Terry, put us in the background, mate.
Oh, yeah. What? Shut up.
That's better. We're not supposed to be here yet.
You're not here. Hello, everybody. Pete messed that one up, but never mind. Welcome to Turning with Terry on Monday. Complete with badge. Anybody else got a badge? No. Good. Right, today we got some earworms. I thought you heard most of them. The only one you haven't heard was Mouthy, but he's there as well. Commonly known as Michelle. Hello, Michelle. Michelle Walt.
Hello.
Oh, he's got a badge.
Hello.
He's got a badge. The Amateur Turners Club. And Brian from Art Returning. And Pete Twisted Trees.
I brought cake. I brought cake.
Those are my earworms today. Thank you all for coming. Those that are here at this moment in time. Today, we are going to be turning a snuffer. Do you want to know what a snuffer is, don't you? It's a snuffer that puts out Mike Walt's nose.
Oh, God, got to be a big snuffer then.
So, it's made it. I'm going to make it out of oak. I was going to make it out of green heart, but green heart's not very good condition. It's probably going to split. So I'm going to turn the head of the snuffer out of this piece of oak, which is...
That's not nearly big enough for Mike Wolf's nose.
2-inch square.
Couldn't agree.
I'll just switch to an 8-inch square piece if you like.
That'll be near the mark.
And then I'm going to make the handle out of another piece of oak, 10 inches long, etc. And about three-quarter inch square. Okay, so I'll start this while somebody reads out in the chat.
Before you start that, can I just mention something for the turner with less experience? I've just measured my nose. It's 1 3/4 inches.
Oh, bigger piece needed then.
So, yeah, I should say.
Okay, I'm going to start. I'll turn this with a 3/8 of an inch bow gouge to rough out, as Mike Waltz showed me last night on his live, that you can use a bow gouge to rough down. So get a bit of speed up. We'll come up to about 1500, 1600 revs. And change spectacles because I can't see with the long sight glasses on. That's better.
Change spectacles?
Yeah, that's the wrong ones as well. Can't do with bifocal ones.
For goodness sake, Terry.
Put on the ones I use on the lathe. That's it. I can see the piece now. Right, there we are.
Oh, are you done now?
I'm done now.
We've got in the chat today. Let me have a look on my list. It starts on my list with Gerard the French Turner. I'm sure there's people in before Gerard, but no matter. Gerard's in, Michael McEwen's in, Steve Hale, Craig Alexander, Todd from Glencoe Woodworks. Four folk already like very like his logo. Okay. Eric Winkler, Robert Dolman, Michelle is in. Good afternoon, Michelle. Craig Alexander. Who else? Eric Winkler. Michael McEwen, did I say him already? No, maybe he didn't. Rob from Coppola Woodturning. Mark the Gentleman Woodturner. Trevor P. the Hobby Woodturner. Brian Watkins. Lawrence Boudier. Who else? Brian Watkins. Did I say Brian Watkins? I think I did.
I think you did.
You did.
Just got a bit of tannin on this one now.
Chat's flying by here. Anybody else? Try and get down to the bottom of the chat. And Mark the Gentleman Woodturner has said, a candle snuffer from wood.
Yes.
Don't preempt, Mr. Beckett. Don't preempt. David J. Heath, the Guildford Character's also in.
That'll do for a tenon.
Well, there's 33 people. There's 34 people watching. And
lovely old job.
Ivy Woodshed's in. And Lewis Klondike Craftsman. And if I've missed your name out, stick your name back in again, I'll give you a shout out, guys.
Thank you for joining me, everybody.
Welcome along. Excuse me while I have a piece of cake.
Cake? You've brought cake?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
I brought cake. Madeira cake with butter on it.
Okay.
Lovely.
I'll just
well,
change
it's far too quiet.
Is he still there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid so.
Oh, no. I tried to turn the mute on him, but...
I'll have to get Pete to sort that button out.
Put my chuck back on my chuck, buddy.
That's a
This
nice
is so
chuck,
easy.
Terry. Is that an Axminster SK114? Oh, it's not
It's-
an over then. All right.
No,
Yeah,
it's an
we-
SK114, and Mike. Yeah,
Oh,
you know that.
nice,
we
nice.
could, yeah.
Yeah,
They
and then I'm
put
just
that.
changing it now for the Axminster Super Precision chuck with the O'Donnell jaws on.
Which they
What's
don't
your
make
feeling,
anymore
just
now, do they?
Chinese?
I
That
don't,
chuck.
no, they don't make them anymore. I've had this one since 1989, I think, when I bought it.
But the state of it looks like 1899.
I think it is actually. Every now and again, I'll give this a sand up. You know?
Yeah, I've got the same chuck, and it's a very nice chuck.
Yeah. Everybody I've spoken to has got one, so they're brilliant chucks.
That's funny. I haven't got one.
Haven't you got one, Brian?
Strange that,
Brian.
Brian.
No,
I wonder why.
strangely enough.
What do you think?
got the
Why do you think that is,
SK114,
Brian?
I haven't got any Axminster chucks. Can't afford
Oh,
them.
you're gonna. All right.
I need somebody to buy me one for my Christmas or something. They're too expensive. I can't afford them. I could buy 2 record pair chucks for the price of one of those.
You wait till I get my robust slave.
Oh yeah, okay.
That will really do it, won't it? That would
Oh,
be
well,
really
I
good.
say.
That's Mike blowing his own trumpet there.
I've got some vibration. I wonder if the chuck's tight.
I noticed that your lovely wife Michelle's in the chat, Brian. I
She
hope
is.
she enjoyed her dozen handmade wooden red roses this morning.
She did.
She did?
If you
Good.
believe that, you believe anything.
It's about time Brian did some flowers, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not done any more flowers now. Behave yourselves, man.
Well, come on, I did colouring last night. The least you can do is a flower.
I did flowers last week.
True, we just do colouring last night.
I did.
in
I
actual fact,
colouring masterclass.
Yeah, it was. I indeed. It was a class. I don't know if it was a master or not.
Yeah, it's a new class of his own. Oh, dear.
It's actually
Yeah,
very
Colwyn
good.
Way skew in use there.
That's the Colwyn Way skew in use.
Yeah, for the
Cleaning it
turner
up
with
a
less
bit.
experience.
Another tool I haven't got. Oh dear.
Have you got that
Yeah.
either, Brian?
No,
I'm surprised.
nobody
Yeah.
bought me one of them either.
Have you got the 19
Yeah.
mil yet, Terry?
I haven't. I'm considering it, but bit of vibration there, a long way back from.
Paul Finley's just joined us. Good afternoon, Paul. And the Mole Valley Mixer is in
Oh, yeah.
too.
Hiya,
Hello,
Paul.
Dave.
Hiya, Moley. Moley.
Holy moly, holy moly.
Holy moly.
Mole Valley Maker says Axminster chucks equals gentrified chucks. Ooh.
Gentrified, I like that.
Mm.
I am again.
I'm landed gentry. Well, since I
yeah.
landed from
Yeah.
Wales. Sorry.
Yeah. Landed back from the aliens, I think.
Yeah.
Delivered you back
Yeah.
again.
It's not so much as a landing as an impact, really, was it?
Yeah.
So,
Seth from Brickhouse Craftworks is in. Afternoon,
hello,
Seth.
Seth. Right. Bit of shape on this, I think. Not too much at the moment because I'm going to hollow out. Check that a bit.
Excuse me.
Do an Oosby shape on it.
What's an
Oh,
USB shape?
you're going to have a rolled edge. Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, exactly. Rolled edge.
We're talking about Barry's in. Afternoon, Barry.
Hello, Barry. Afternoon.
We've got 49
afternoon.
lovely people watching today. Excellent.
And us three.
Well, yeah, there's that, I suppose.
Robert said, is Brian trying to give ideas to Michelle of what to get him? Sounds like Brian was upset with his Valentine's gift. It wasn't an Axminster chuck.
Did she give you? Oh, Brian.
Oh,
I thought Michelle would have got you something nice.
Michelle gets me something every day.
Notice the stony silence after you said that, Brian.
I was waiting for Michelle to put something in the
She
chat.
will.
Got there the
He's
time
listening.
discrepancy.
Look at that lovely finish off that skew.
Yeah. It's like what you said last night.
I'm not going to say it. No, it's not.
Burnished.
But with oak, it's a bit different because it's so hard, isn't it?
I can get a lovely finish off the skew on nearly everywhere if you
Yeah.
practice. It's not
Indeed.
about how good you are, none of that. It's practice, 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 and you get better. Simple.
Right. In the words of the immortal Lee Trevino, the golfer, when he was interviewed by somebody and said, "You were really lucky." He said, "Yeah, it's amazing. The more I practice, the luckier I get."
That's
Yeah,
true.
it's true.
That's a nice bit of oak, that. Nice bit of oak.
Lovely piece of oak, that isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
I love oak, actually.
I do. One of my
So
favourite.
Todd has suggested as a question for Mike.
Oh,
He says, did you get enough abuse, I'll say, from the viewers yesterday, or should we continue today?
I think you should continue today because I was actually quite. I was disappointed, Todd, with the quality of insult. I felt it was very tame.
Wasn't good
to be
enough.
honest with you. No,
He was depressed that he didn't get enough.
I did.
So Michelle has just
then
put
we're
in, see my last comment.
I was going to go in and kick the cat, but I thought I better not. I might get banned from the Football League or something.
Yeah.
More Value Maker said, I've not seen Terry or any of the worms enter the Steve Jones male/female challenge.
What was that?
I don't even know
No
what
idea
it is.
what that is. So
No, not me.
A male, not female challenge.
Female
another-
challenges? What's that then?
Jeez. Woodworm Paul's in, guys. Careful now.
Hi, actually. What's the
After him,
female
Paul.
challenge?
Don't know.
Never
no
heard of
idea.
it.
And as you can see here, viewers, Terry is doing the wussy bit of back hollowing, not doing the Richard Rappin back hollowing.
No, because it's too thin down there, Mike. That's why.
Yeah. You don't
I've
go
just,
anywhere.
I've just read Benjamin's comment there. He says, you don't need to spend hours of time practicing. You just need to gradually lower your standards over a period of time. Worked fine for Mike.
Now that's the sort of insult I like. Well done.
That's the
Todd.
sort of
Nice
insult.
one. Yeah, that's quality. That's quality.
The challenge is to turn a cove and a bead by eye that fits exactly inside one another.
Oh, is that what it is?
Cove and a bead. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't tried
Might
that
have a go
yet.
at that then. May have a go at that.
The Cornish maid is in, guys. Nobody,
Okay,
you guys
Katie.
watching the chat at all?
Sidley
Good
61.
afternoon. Good
I'm Brent.
afternoon, Katie.
Yep.
Hi, Sidley.
Good
Sidley
afternoon
is
and
in.
welcome.
Hello, Sidley. Sidley sounds like it should be a Yorkshireman's name or something. Richard Phelan is sitting here waiting for his car to go through its MOT.
Unlucky, Richard.
Yeah. Let's hope it passes, Richard, when you shove it in through the door.
In bits,
Yeah,
That's
MOT in Northern Ireland is not like you guys.
isn't
It's
it?
not done. No, it's not done in the local garage. We have 6 MOT centres scattered across the province,
All right. Okay.
and they're government run, so they're all government employees.
Yeah.
So there's no hiding place. You can't. There's no. Oh, yeah, okay, buddy. I'll get that sorted this tomorrow. That'll work. You either pass or you fail. Simple.
Well, we're very much the same over here, really, with regards to the fact that you've got to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Everybody
Unless
got
you're
MOT.
Oh yeah.
I think theirs are much stricter than yours, though. I think I have to say.
I'm still. Oh, it would be, wouldn't it? Because you're there, Brian. They changed them actually when you moved there.
You don't
Yes.
have garages that do it. You have just a centre, don't you, Brian?
That's correct.
Ah, right. Okay.
They don't have garages as such.
There's nobody allowed to do them. Only the 6 MOT testing centres. That's all they do
Oh,
all day, every day.
Okay. And they're pretty strict, I presume.
Oh, very.
Oh, yeah. Right. Nearly there. Well, not nearly there, but
There is very little leeway,
Yeah.
I have to say.
Mark has
But
posted a
Jet-
link on Facebook, which I presume is the challenge. I do follow Steve Jones, but I can't keep up with everything on Facebook. It's just too much of it.
It's just,
yeah, I must admit, I don't look at Facebook that much.
oh, there you go.
I'm not a Facebooker, to be honest. I go on there occasionally, but so don't know anything about it, Dave. But thanks for mentioning it. I'll try and look that up. It's a bit of fun.
Chris Dodds is in. Hi, Chris.
Well,
Let's see how
Chris,
quick I do this. I suppose.
All the way from Oz. We suggest that he's saying good day.
Hodgepodge, I've got a quick question. Wait,
Yeah.
Brian travels my vehicle. I thought he went everywhere by horseback.
Robert.
Terry Hooper's got a question. Not quite sure what he's getting at. What is the best way to hold a piece of wood to create a model?
Depends on how big you want your model, you know. If she's going to be 6 foot by whatever.
Yeah. Richard says, you can't pay a dodgy garage for a certificate or leave 20 quid in the ice tray and hope you'll get a pass.
You don't get that anymore.
No, I know. But you used to. Can't do it here at all. And Lewis suggested he thought I walked barefoot. Right, listen here. Just hold on a minute, guys. I'm as normal as the rest of you. Well, maybe not.
You say that again, Brian? I didn't catch that.
So good.
You were as what as most of us?
Terry, can you rephrase your question? Because I don't really quite understand what you're asking.
Brian Watkins is in. Hi, Brian. That's
Hey,
Brian
Brian.
with a Y, not an I.
Terry Hooper's got a quick question. What is the best way to hold a piece of wood to create a model marching bass drum, 6 inches diameter, 3 inches
drum.
thick?
Drum. Right.
Okay. I think I'd just be inclined to go with a glue chuck on that. Or
Yeah, glue chuck would be good.
or just do a straightforward forcing a bit mortise, face off the other side, reverse it against a friction disc, and turn off down to the mortise, make it flat.
Conscious that the chuck's right next to me. So.
Woodturning by Barry says, Terry, I have one of those SKUs now.
Well done, Barry. They're lovely.
Actually, Barry, that's not a question. It's a statement. I hate to tell you.
Yep. Chris Dodds has said, normal. Is there someone new in the chat?
Yeah.
Indeed, Chris.
You're not wrong there, mate.
You don't have to be mad to be a woodturner, but it sure as hell helps.
I'm normal. It's everybody else that's weird.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
it. The others.
All the others.
Sorry.
All others.
See,
I'm going to
Brian,
send you the... Yes, mate.
Can you see that lovely foot? I know it's not going to be a goblet, but look at that lovely
Jesus,
shape
right.
of the foot.
That's just the waist, that is, Brian.
Yeah, I know.
Just the waist.
Is that what you call a concave foot? Is that what you call it?
Mike, I could part that off now and we could just make another one for the Snuffer.
I tell you what, I think you should. Personally, I think that's superb.
Right,
I wouldn't be trying to part it off there, Terry. I would take it out and just sand the bottom off, buddy.
Yeah, that's it.
You're a bit close to the chuck.
I am a little bit close. Right, I'm going to start this with 240 grit. There are scissors. I need a bit. Or shall I use 400? No, 240. It's nice and smooth with screw chisel, so I don't think I need to worry about. I think it might spoil the finish. Oh, well.
Nice rolled edge there at the top as well, Terry.
Yeah, I thought that Brian would give it a set, wasn't he? He was like,
I'll tell you what, Brian is such an inspiration.
I'll tell you off if you put a sharp edge on it, that's for sure. Wood should never have sharp edges. I don't care
No,
what
they
anybody
shouldn't.
says.
Sharpest thing in the box.
Well, unless you're making a paper knife.
yeah, there is that.
It doesn't need a sharp edge. It can still be rounded to, so it still feels nice against your finger.
It's not supposed
wood
to
should
kill
never
them.
have
It's supposed
sharp
to cut
edges. I
things.
don't care what you say. It's wrong. Wood shouldn't have sharp edges.
In your opinion?
in your
No,
opinion.
that's a fact. It just
No,
should not
it's
have
not a
sharp
fact.
edges.
No, it's
It
your
is.
opinion.
No, it's an absolute fact. I have decreed it.
In your opinion. In your opinion, the fact is.
Yeah. King Oosby has decreed that rolled
None
edges
of
are a
this
must.
opinion nonsense. Stand up
King
for yourselves, for goodness sake. What's wrong with you?
King
Yeah,
Oosby.
but I'm just saying it's your opinion, and you know your opinion is worth diddly squat, so nobody's going to take
Yeah,
any
that's
notice
fine.
anyway.
That's grand.
Yeah,
It's perfect.
it's
And
a
just
bit
for
like
you, Mike, Barry has said, statement. I have one of them skews, Mike.
oh, okay.
Yes, Barry.
Cheers, Barry.
Jared says they get in France they get a license that's valid for life.
We used to in the UK until they put a photo on it and then they changed it.
Yeah,
Yep. My
You
first
sound like-
license, well, not my first license.
little red
Yeah.
booklet.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, we used to hear it until they changed the damn thing.
I got a license that lasted me until I was
Just a sec.
65, until I moved to Northern Ireland. Then I had to change it. And I have to change it every 10 years.
Yeah, that's because you're old now. Really old.
No,
Yeah.
when you get to 70, you have to renew it anyway.
Yeah.
You do.
Isn't
Every
that
3
right,
years.
Terry?
Every 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years, is it? 3 years.
Terry's on his third renewal.
Hey.
Well, the bus license is every year now.
Malcolm
As it
Douglas
should.
has joined us. Hi, Malcolm.
Hi,
Hi,
Malcolm.
Malcolm.
Welcome along.
Hi, Malcolm. How are you?
You're absolutely right, Robert. You've caught me out. He says Brian's
Exactly.
just trying to limit his creativity of sharp edges to make him feel better about his turning skills.
That's right.
Damn, been caught out.
Actually, that's my ethos as well.
Eric's got to go. He said, nice looking snuffer. Terry?
Thank
Bye,
you.
Eric.
Cheers. Cheers,
Have a
Terry.
good
All
one,
the best,
Eric.
mate.
Have a good one. Thanks for
Eric,
stopping
I
in.
mean, sorry.
All right. Oh, Yorkshire grit the outside of this, I think. Just to
Ben Jamming suggests you could take this with a pinch of salt. He says, being young, I have ages before I've reached that point.
ages.
Yeah, right. Ben.
Yeah. Don't care if you're young, you still got to renew your photograph every 10 years because you keep changing.
Yeah. I'm going to do the inside. I'll just do the outside.
Is that Yorkshire grit?
It is.
Now hands that feel pity can be
I wonder
soft
where-
as your
Soft as
face.
your fingers.
No Joe did it.
Light brown Yorkshire gritty.
Okay.
Please come back to earworming, Joe.
Yeah.
Don't know where Joe is today. Should be sent the link.
And you see Terry is using high quality paper towel there.
He
Oh,
is
yeah.
indeed.
No rubbish, mate.
No.
I use junk on this.
SK Craft is in.
Hello,
Quiet now,
Steve.
boys. Quiet
Oh.
now.
Hi,
Quiet.
Steve.
Shh, shh. Don't say anything.
I'm gonna do a mark now. Hi, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Said with
Yeah.
oodles
What
of
do you want?
enthusiasm.
What do you
Hi,
want?
Steve. Welcome.
What do you want?
Really nice to see you. Yeah,
Hope work's going well, Steve. We'll be having a good time.
Todd from Glen Cove just had a good retort at Ben. He says, but us old guys, Ben, are enjoying the fruits of our labour. Have fun at work.
Fruits or labour.
Steve, you missed Lawrence's Deborah off your video, mate. He said earlier in the chat.
Hodgepodge just say maybe Glenn took Joe on a fancy Valentine's vacation down the street to the pub.
To the pub.
He might have done it that.
Yeah, don't blame him.
Mm.
If not, why not?
Valentine's special.
That's why he took him for a slap-up meal in Winking Willie's in Scarborough.
Winking Willies. That's a bit sort of.
That's a hell of a fish and chip shop. Absolutely
it?
superb. Yeah, really good.
Well, I got a text from my wife last night telling me where to find my Valentine's card, so I got one.
There we are. That's the lid. That's the lid done, team.
That's lovely.
It's a snuffer bit.
Hard it off in a way that it's.
It looks a bit like a sage orange, actually.
It does, isn't it? It's,
Yeah. That's a
it's
lovely
obvious-
bit of oak. It's got a
It is
really
beautiful.
nice character to it. Yeah.
Nice grain, structure. Lovely. Right.
Lovely shape.
Yeah. I'll just get a little skew on this, I think. And I was going to do a little design on the end there. But I don't know if I can get it small enough. I can't get into the chuck's in the way, I think. That's the trouble.
I'll take the chuck off.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. Put it between centers, I suppose, can I? Put a
Just
piece of
remove the
timber in
chuck.
there.
It'll be fine.
Timber in there and center that way. That might work.
Yeah. And again.
You have, however, made a slight mistake, Terry.
Go on.
Oh, the oval skew for the turner with less experience.
Go on then.
No, I don't like them.
You polished
me
the
neither.
inside, mate.
No, I didn't.
If you did,
No, I didn't.
oh, it's nice and shiny.
No, just the front 1/4 inch.
Oh,
That's
right, okay.
right.
I said
Right
I'm not
enough.
gonna grit the inside. I said, don't I? Can't get in here really. That's too
Yeah, I'm
close.
just looking at the picture thinking that's looking very shiny all the way in, but
Steve has made multiple comments of welcome and saying hello to everybody.
Can't be doing much today then.
What's wrong, mate?
Didn't
Is your
say-
comment not working?
Oh, he did say hello to me. Sorry, at 1:25. I
Very
apologise.
okay.
Hi, Steve. Oh, I got a hold of my clock. It's wrong, isn't it? That's right. We started
Jared
late
only,
last night.
another friend Jared only has 370 days to go before he retires.
Not that you're counting, Gerard.
372 days to go.
I could have retired 5 years ago.
We thought you did.
I'm too tight. Well, actually, the last 2 years, I think I almost have done.
He's been on the sick. He's been on the sick for 2 years nearly.
That's the end of that.
Oh!
Just
No,
touched
for
it with
the,
a
Yeah.
tip.
Is that
for
a
the
little
newer
catchy one?
turner.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's one of the
Oh,
biggest
look at that
mistakes.
spiral.
Oh,
On the way out, I touched it with a tip. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
That'll sort that out.
Tail
it does
stop
happen
tennis
though,
ball.
doesn't it? When you're concentrating, you just don't pull the tool away, do you?
Yeah, that's it. Hang on.
Oh.
And you know, when you've got 30 years experience like Terry,
Yeah,
and
you
you're
don't pull your
96, he
you
still
don't-
does it.
You don't pull your tool away.
No.
That itch.
So Seth from Brickhead Craftworks just said he saw an interesting post on the AAW forum over the weekend.
Yeah.
It was about singing, oblique whistling, spinning tops. Has anyone ever made anything like that?
A singing, oblique, whistling, spinning.
No, but I suspect I might have to try.
It does sound like a Brian project to me.
Sounds like something I might get interested
I
in.
was just about to part that off as well.
Lewis, I'll send the check in the post.
Everyone gets warm and fuzzy
Warm
welcoming
and
when
fuzzy.
Mike is around. That's a typical Canadian response. Yeah,
What a
get out
load
of
of
here, Lewis.
cobblers. What a load of cobblers. You're banned, Lewis. For
If I
lying.
put that,
Put that man in time out there.
if I put that through my Canadian to English translation, Mike, he's being extremely rude to you.
Yeah. Subtly, very subtle.
Robert and Harry have decided with this mistake and the Jacob's flying chuck that constitutes a revocation. Revocation
What?
of the badge? How do you say that?
No, because what you got to do, remember, you
Revoking.
see, is you got to actually show how to correct mistakes.
Exactly.
Oh, I
can't-
see. Oh, I see.
It's the old saying, you can't learn from perfect.
Dave only says at least we all know it's even if you have a badge, you can still make mistakes. Oh yeah, that's a given. Everybody makes mistakes, and the person that tells you they don't is lying.
Steve is saying, why is there 62 people watching and only 19 thumbs up? Come on, guys.
All
you
right,
can do better
all
than
right,
that.
I'll go
God's
over and put my
sake.
thumbs up then. All right.
Yeah.
You don't have to, Brian. I'll delete yours anyway.
I'll log into
Okay, mate.
YouTube.
That's fine then. Let me just refresh that page and see how many's on it now. If it ever refreshes.
Here, look at that.
Terry, do you mind if I pop my link in for tonight?
Of course I don't mind.
Okay,
Help yourself, Brian.
I'll not bother.
Richard
then.
has passed
No,
his
you carry
MOT.
on, mate.
Ah, Richard passed his MOT. Or
Well
his
done,
car
Richard.
passed. I shouldn't say his car.
Or maybe his car has.
That's good.
62
done, Ray.
watching, 27 thumbs up. Come on, guys, we can do better than that. Link for tonight. Let's see.
Right, bit of
Paste
answer
on
sheet
there.
now, I think. Polish it up. Or should I? No, I use Canuba wax, I think. Yeah, that'll do.
So,
Where's my wax stick? There it is.
So whilst Terry's looking for his Canuba wax stick,
Turn the
I'm
speed up a
turning.
bit.
I'm going to turn a mortar and stick thing that grinds it up.
Mortar and stick.
Yeah, that's it. A mortar and stick. That's
Just
it.
because you can't say the word pestle.
Uh,
I can spell it, but I can't say it.
How do you say it, Brian?
Mortis and
Pretzel.
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 Pestle.
Yeah,
Pestle.
mortar and pretzel.
Morris
That's
and
it.
pestle.
That's the one.
Water and pretzel, yeah.
Morris and pretzel.
For the turner of lesser experience, if you're using hard stick wax like this, you need the lathe going fast.
Really fast.
Yeah.
2,000 on the reds, that was. This may, of course, come straight off now.
Rob from Copper Woodturning says mustard and pretzels. 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 God, I can nearly talk today.
Yeah.
I think I'll just retire and go home.
Tommy Butchaw's joined us. Hi,
Oh,
Tommy.
Hello, Tommy.
Hi, Tommy.
Oh, Richard says, it's legal to drive up to your place now, Brian. Bring the boot full of goodies, Richard. Richard's my wood supplier.
Oh, and you've been picked up by Mark. Or even a pestle and mortar.
Why?
Yeah, well, Brian can't say it, Mark. That's
It's
the
a
trouble.
mortar. It's a
And the
mortar
trouble-
because that's the thing that sits on the in the pestle. Pestle? Pestle?
Pestle. That's it, pestle.
That's
Pestle.
the
the thing.
mortar.
Mark
It's
is
the
always
thing that sits on top. So the mortar comes first and the pestle goes on top.
Mark is always picking people up.
Yeah, I know.
I think it depends on which order you turn them in, to be honest.
Yeah,
Exactly.
could have pestle and
Well,
mortar.
it's a mortar and a pestle.
Or pestle and mortar.
Pestle? In my case.
Right.
In my case,
Right,
it
wait,
is.
camera on.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
That's nice.
let's get it in focus.
Love the shape and the rolled
And
edge.
Wifey would say said it's a mortar, not a mortar.
That's one done.
One?
Trying to make
Are you
it.
doing more than one?
No, I'm going to make a stick now to go in.
You,
So
you haven't
again,
got time. It's taken you 35 minutes to make that one.
That's like you're doing tonight, a mortar and stick.
That's it, mortar and stick.
mortar and stick. All right, let's put that on
Didn't
there.
throw that away. You're going to send that to Brian. Is that send to Brian pile
I'll
of
put
wood?
it, yeah, it's in Brian's pot. It's in Brian's
Yeah.
Brian's
It's very
pot.
sad, actually. You could go around the streets of Belfast on a Saturday night, and you can see Brian going around with a little bag, and he's picking up all the matchsticks because you turned something out of that.
I'm going to do a
He's
segmented
good,
bowl,
though.
he says. So I'm going to do a segmented bowl.
Or make a battleship or something.
Yeah.
Ben,
Steve
that's
Steve
lovely
has
to talk-
commented,
Yeah.
you won't get much salt in that, Terry.
No, so,
Ben
well, I don't
Chandler
normally
said-
use a square drive, a tooth drive. I normally use Pro Center, but the timber I got is a bit small for that, so I'm going to have to put this on. Yeah,
You mean a step center, obviously.
Step Center, yeah. Step Center I
Yeah.
normally use.
Should have just drilled a little hole in it and stuck your. I forgot what you call it now.
Yeah, I haven't got one of them.
Light pull drive is good for
Like,
that.
Yeah,
I was
that's
going
the
to,
one.
but I didn't have time because I didn't think of it. So
I didn't have
Anyway,
time.
not
Ben Jammer is casting aspersions on my wife. She says she's got snake skin and dragon's teeth.
Christ, hey, Ben's hell of an observant, isn't he?
Cool. Yeah.
He says you can do witchcraft with the pestle and mortar. Do you have access to snake skin and dragon's teeth? He says.
Very brave. How many miles away is he?
Right. Should do.
Yeah.
All right, this is
This is-
2,500.
Lewis has
Rough that
suggested
down.
that may be the only thing not on YouTube. A matchstick segmented piece.
Mhm.
That's
Until-
there's an original. Mark,
Until
you're
next
always looking
week.
for something original to turn.
Barry's Wood Creations have got to go. Have to depart now, guys. Have a great day. All. Cheers,
Bye,
Barry.
Barry.
Thanks for coming.
There's
What's
one in our
pestle?
little crew that's
Ah,
It's a bit
very
hard to
open to suggestion and
take it all the way down. I'll
easily
take it with it.
misled. So, Brian, when are you going to do this matchstick segmented bowl?
no, that's one for Mark. He's always looking for something unique to turn. So Jared has suggested, he says, perhaps I'm French, but I know that you don't pronounce it pestle. It's pronounced pestle. That makes it a whole lot easier, Jared. So why is there a T in it?
Because it's in English.
Yeah.
Well, there's a D in my surname, and you don't pronounce it.
Some random dictionary person stuck a T in it just for the fun of it. Brimbeacroft says, has anyone ever tried turning corks?
Have you ever tried what, sorry?
Corks. Like
Blocks.
corks. Like
Corks.
wine bottle corks.
All right.
No.
No, me neither.
Never had the inclination to, actually.
No.
I've turned to Pepper Army, if that's any good.
Oh, that's close to Cork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Jared, he lives in Cork.
This is a bit blunt, this skew, I think.
Sharpen it. See, there's a solution to every problem, Terry.
I'll sharpen it.
No, it's a bit blunt. I better buy a new one.
Well, I'm quite tempted to go to Cardiff on Saturday because I believe Colwyn's demonstrating a robust glaze.
In Cardiff.
And while the robust glaze is out of my price range, I might pop over there anyway. Just have a visit to Cardiff, or visit Westminster Store, more to the point.
Only for now. Only for now, Pete. If we get the website up and running.
Yeah.
I think you should put your link in for the website too, Pete. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yep, I think so. Let's get it shared out there, so as people know it's there if they want somewhere to advertise their stock.
This is an idea that came up with chatting to the guys that wanted a cheaper way of having a website of their own. So I come up with this idea. All the information is on this link, so I'm not going to say too much about it. If you're interested in having a website, go and have a look at that.
Currently, it's only for UK, though, isn't it?
Only UK at the moment because I'm doing it on my own, and well, the name is woodturners.uk, so that's kind of a limiting factor.
Yeah, the name gives it away a bit.
And it is good.
It is very good.
I said last night, I haven't really looked into it yet, but it's very intuitive, what I've seen.
Yeah, you can do anything you want with it. There is a template and an easy system, which some of the guys here are already using. And again, from that link, you'll see their site, so you can see what's there.
No premiere for me tonight, Lewis. Lewis is asking, have I got a premiere tonight? No premiere. I'm doing a live from 8 o'clock till about 9-ish. And then no premiere, so good to go anytime after sort of 9:30, Lewis.
And for the turner with less experience, Terry's got his fingers underneath the wood to support the wood as he's cutting.
Yes.
Trying to get it thin, but I don't know whether being oak is quite wide grain. I would have been able to get it really thin with the other one I was going to turn, but
Greenheart.
Greenheart.
But it tends to has some cracks in it, so we discarded it.
It's too cracked to use.
Oak's pretty stable though. Even though it's quite wide grain. Yeah.
Whether I can get it thin enough.
Oh, you're right. You've got 20 minutes, Danny. Yeah. Take your time. There is no hurry.
The reason I got my hand over stabilizing it because it's now vibrating quite a bit.
So Lewis has just put in the chat there, guys. He's got not a premiere tonight, but he's got a video coming out at 10:30 UK time. Keep your eyes open for that. That'll be an interesting turn as usual.
Mark Pritchard's got a question. He said, "Are you making Mike a flute for getting the sheep in?"
It's a pan flute. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be too high pitched, Mark.
I like those pan flutes actually. They're quite nice.
They are.
Well, this would have to be a U flute.
Oh. Well, if nothing else, this is a masterclass on skew control.
It says.
Yeah.
Hopefully, till it snaps.
Notice how he's cutting in the bottom third somewhere about 3/4 of the way down from the toe.
It's getting very thin now, though. Well, not very thin. It's 1/4 inch now, but
I just had a message.
Oh dear. Ben said, "I roughed out a green oak box blank for drying yesterday. Took me 30 minutes. Was quite happy until I realised that I'd forgotten to leave the chucking point on."
oh no, Ben.
That's never happened to me for about a week now.
Glue a block on the end, Ben, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Stick a glue block on it.
See what you're doing there, Terry, is if you do it's like doing a long stem goblet. So I honestly don't think you're gonna have a problem.
10-inch long goblet, mine.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna.
You've done that before.
It's not bragging
Yeah.
rights. I've done very long goblet stems, and as long as you got support.
Try a bit faster. 3,700.
My silliest one is on the shelf behind me, and it's 14 inch of 3mm stem.
All right.
It's yeah, stupid thing to do, but
Yeah, but you got to do it, haven't you?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be done.
I wasn't quite daft enough to put captured rings on that one.
Yeah, go ahead. You get 2 small ones on it.
I got it here because nobody likes it. My longest goblet. Is 24.
Right comes before a fall, Ben.
28 inches.
Oh,
28
geez.
inch. What diameter?
Yeah. Oh, it's got a fairly thick stem.
Ah.
Fairly thick. Yeah.
That's not quite so daft as mine. Mine, if you get a breeze, it wobbles in the wind.
Yeah.
It's completely pointless and stupid.
8mm.
But it was fun to cut.
Oh yeah, it's good fun. Totally impractical, but
yeah.
I tell you what I do fancy doing one day is those tremblers, what they call them?
Trembler.
Trembleur.
Yeah.
Trembleur.
But I can't be bothered.
No, they're gonna.
Me neither.
I've got one that I
After
did.
watching Rob CP doing it, I thought,
Yeah.
But again, mine isn't overly long. It stands on its own. It doesn't need to be in a tube or anything.
No.
But yeah, again, silly thing.
Yeah, you've got to do all these things. Get it out of your system, you see.
Just for fun, innit?
Yeah, it's a bit like resin.
All it is, really.
Nah. I mean, I've done resin. I have done resin.
Yeah.
I'm not doing resin again.
I've got no excuse. I've got those two blanks. I've got to do something out of them, and when that's done, I've got a half a can left of each thing, so that'll be, I don't know, half a gallon
resin's
left,
for
maybe.
people that are really good at it, like Lewis.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
people that really love cleaning up the workshop, like Brian.
Yeah.
That's right.
I was just thinking that, actually.
That's why I haven't done much of it. I made a couple of resin pens, and that's about it.
I really don't like the mess
yeah.
and the smell.
Steve keeps trying to send me a block of resin to turn, but yeah, I'm not in a hurry.
Trevor P has asked, 28-inch goblet, Mike. How many sections?
Excuse me, sounding sarcastic when I laugh. No, that was one of the very few that stayed. Stupidly, that one stayed in place, and yet little ones sometimes don't.
So
Lewis
has said that his video tonight is something that his young fellow, his boy, wanted to make. So the first part of the video is for him, and he had a good day in the workshop. Father and son day in the workshop. Excellent. Well done, Lewis.
Wow.
If only.
Terry's just honing his skew up with a card here, which is
600 diamond card. It's a bit that was skews a little bit.
So James Barry trend 600 and 300. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something worth noting for the turner of lesser experience.
It would be as handy as a quick whiz on the Pro Edge. Oh no, you haven't got a Pro Edge. Benj, I would suggest that the cost for him resin is far too expensive. You're absolutely right there, Ben.
Yeah, it is. It is. I think if you get sponsored, if you get sponsored with a product, then that's okay. But when they start doing these massive pours, you think to yourself, that's 40 quid,
Right away, yeah.
80 quid, maybe.
Yeah. These river tables they do, that's hundreds of quids.
But they charge thousands. So, I mean, you don't do that. You don't just do that for a YouTube video and a demo. You're doing it to sell it, which is different. But if you're doing a video, sort of this is what I did and this is what I wouldn't do next time I do it and so on. You're paying 60, 70 quid.
Each go,
Yeah.
So Lewis has countered that by saying the price of the finished resin pieces justifies the cost he finds.
Oh yeah, sure. If you're selling them, I totally agree.
Yeah. I just wonder how is this resin, the whole resin thing, a big bubble that's about to burst?
No.
I don't think so.
People like resin, you see.
Yeah, I think that'll always be.
They like fancy colours and stuff that you can achieve.
Yeah.
And there's some real nice pattern can be put into a resin piece.
Oh yeah. The thing I find with it, especially in my workshop, which is only heated when I'm in it, it is so temperature sensitive with regards to pouring and setting and everything else. It's I'm not set up for it, and to be honest, I don't enjoy turning it anyway. So.
I'm going to have a try.
You're going to have a go, are you, Brian?
Ah, yes, definitely. Some stage.
Yeah, and for the turner less experienced, Terry has done such a good job with his skew chisel that, as you notice, he was using the back of the sandpaper.
Yeah.
Because he didn't need the roughness of the 240.
Just smooth. Just
finishing it.
That was almost a good cover up there.
Yeah.
It's called polishing.
Yeah. Yeah, buffing me stick. No, forget I said that.
Lewis has just said the largest pour item was $150 that's Canadian dollars.
So
of resin on it, just for the resin. My God.
Yeah, what's that, about 3 and 6?
Oh no. You're back in 1974, I think, there, Mike.
Yeah, and prior. I can still remember the farthing just going as a kid.
Yeah, so can I.
Being a denomination of currency, but it wasn't very long after that they stopped them.
Farthing, to those who are uninitiated, is a quarter of a penny.
Of an old penny.
Yeah, so it'd be
an eighth.
And do you remember? You were reminiscing now. This is really not woodturning related, but things like mojos used to get 4 for a penny. They're a farthing each.
Todd, the wood Terry's using is oak.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's what I'm using for a pestle tonight.
Pestle?
Are you?
Pestle. Yep.
I'm telling you, I'll make a pestle and mortar.
A pestle and mortar. Or a mortar and pestle.
Pestle and mortar.
It's a Welshman trying to take the mick out of a Scotsman's accent. Brilliant.
Yeah, well, I haven't got a strong Welsh accent, see. Seinfeld.
Not anymore.
No, only when I talk to somebody from home,
Wales.
apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true, honestly.
Oh, you do, absolutely.
But I don't know it, but I do.
You just fall back into it again.
Yeah. There's certain words I think people say to me, oh yeah, you can tell you're Welsh because you're saying that, but I don't know. I don't think I sound Welsh at all, to be honest with you.
You can tell you're Welsh by the way you're eyeing that sheep.
I don't want. Yeah. You don't sound Welsh, boyo.
I know. I don't sound Welsh. What are you on about? Look at the tiny mess you just made. God bloody hell.
Robert is pointing out that oak is an open grain wood for a pencil.
Whose coat is that jacket?
That's right, yeah.
Whose boots are those shoes?
There's 4 houses on the hill, and I live in the middle one.
This might snap. Actually, I'm looking at this now.
Nah.
Yeah,
it's a bit thin in the middle.
It's very thin in the middle. I can't get at it with that. I don't really want to use the spindle gauge because it's going to vibrate like anything.
If you can get away with it, I'd be inclined to do a quarter turn back on that tailstock.
Yeah, it's actually moving around. Look.
That's right then.
See?
Yeah.
On purpose. I've left it.
Yeah.
Well, you put a bit of tape on it and pull it backwards. Stretch
it. Masking tape.
You can't because it's not in a chuck.
No, it's on it. Well,
it's only on
that's right.
4-pronged drive.
Glencoe said, was Mike kicked out of Wales or did he leave on his own? What happened was he got on a bus and went on for a ride and he can't find his way back now.
And Lewis has said it was a national decree.
Well, in actual fact, they revoked my visa now, so I can't go back either. I could swim over the estuary, but
yeah. Toilet Glen Cove says it was a decision by the Council of Sheep.
Yeah, the National Sheep Council, the NSC. Oh, we got some flexing going on there now, Teddy Guns.
Yeah, that's because it's spun like on that end.
It's like a harp string. Oh, I can see what's going to happen here now.
So any second now.
Oh, especially if we get oh, no.
This could be a Mike Walk special.
Oh, no.
I'm working on it, Mike.
And believe me, I'm an expert on it, mate. I can see what's going to happen. I can see.
Whatever you do, if you go turn the speed bike on, slow it down first.
Yeah, no worries
about that. You know what you could do, Terry? Seriously. But no, bit of masking tape at the tailstock end. And just wrap that around. I can't
pull it because that's not in a chuck. It's already spinning. It's already spinning. Look.
Oh, it's spinning there, is it?
Yeah, look. See?
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
Why don't you take both ends?
Yeah. Just take it off like that. I should. You could take both ends.
Hang on.
Yeah. Bit of masking.
Brent Breecroft suggests that you have to ask God's permission to leave because it's heaven. I hope you're not talking about Wales, Brent.
Yeah, you're right there, mate. It certainly is God's country. That's for sure.
I don't think I'll get the step center in there. I can't. No, I can't do that now. Actually, I could probably take the step center.
Oh, you haven't got a small enough chuck to grip that, though.
No, I've got other ways to grip it, but I don't really want to take a while to do that now. So.
Have you got pin jaws or something? Pin jaws?
No, I have, but they're not on the chuck, so it's going to be 20 minutes to change them, isn't it?
What, on the SK114?
Yeah, I'll have to undo them and mess about.
Well, the Axminster chucks, yeah.
Yeah, the Axminster, for those of us that have Axminster chucks anyway.
Yeah.
Bit of masking tape will do the job, Terry.
I'm not sure that many people got that at all.
But don't let Mike watch because he might get ideas.
No, I'll shield my eyes now.
I would say about masking tape both ends and go for it.
Honestly, yeah, bit of masking tape either end.
See if I can get some pressure on this a minute.
A bit of hot glue.
On this, because that's got to start gripping, which is there.
Yeah. Bit of tape around each end.
Yeah.
Bit of tape each end. Like when you're doing a box, stop the lid popping off.
Other way.
That's it. Wrap away. That's not masking tape.
It's the only one I got to hand, though.
That's electrical tape.
Yeah, it'll do.
It's close.
See, I can use that in public. They haven't got a problem with that.
I'm not so sure about that either.
I'm sure. Oh, look at that. You got colour as well today.
Smacking off that one a minute.
Brent qualified his remark by saying that was according to his wife. I see.
It bent a little
Lewis
bit.
Klondike Crafton says you're getting very elitist with this chuck thing. This posh Axminster chucking thing.
It's only because Brian hasn't got one.
Yeah. If he'd had one, we wouldn't say a word, Lewis, but he haven't got one, so we're going to take a mick now, as long as it takes.
Yeah, Lewis, it goes hand in hand with the problem with founder members. You know, it's it's just an ongoing thing.
If Brian was a founder member, you know,
no comment.
Yeah,
it would be fine, but he's not.
I don't believe that, Brian. No comment. Never heard that before.
We all know, Brian. Don't worry, we're all aware of it. We know you're not happy. Probably snap us in the middle now.
Brent has pointed out in favour of Wales. Ben, there's brain skull attack.
Yes. The old Brains SA, mate. One of the finest drops on the planet.
Got to admit, it's worth going there for.
It doesn't travel, though. It doesn't travel. When I had a pub, I had a couple of kegs that was guest ales, and it was SHITE. It just does not. It's a bit like Guinness. It doesn't travel. But if you travel to it, it's well worth it.
He gets motion sickness.
Wind it back a bit, so I can tighten it up without pulling it off.
What it does, it shakes up all the sheep hoof clippings. I couldn't get that out then. Sheep hoof clippings.
Yeah, I just think long and hard about that comment.
Yeah. Such a deft touch.
I would use my Colburn rescue for that finesse kind of work. But
for the turner with less experience, this is
multi-axis turning.
This is a fix for a problem. It does require a very light touch with all the cuts that you do after you've done it.
Yeah.
It will get you out of trouble, but it's not a first choice.
Not a first choice, not even a third choice.
So basically what Terry's done now is he's putting tension on it rather than pressure.
Yes.
He's stretching the timber rather than compressing it, so as it's not going to wobble too much. That's all he's done. Not ideal, but
not ideal.
But it works.
But it's an effective fix. If it works,
exactly.
It's good.
Benjamin said, Terry, no point now. The candle went out 2 hours ago.
When we were discussing this beforehand, Terry says, this is not going to take very long.
It's
well,
not.
I didn't anticipate.
Well, it's all right, Terry. You've only been going for an hour, so you're perfectly good.
Oh, well, I thought you were talking like Mike last night, 3-4 hours at a time.
And there's 62 people watching who are enthralled, waiting for this thing to break.
Well, you know, mate, I'm hoping to disappoint him.
We know.
Oh, no.
And we've got 41 thumbs up now, which is a good deal, guys. Let's see, can we get that up to 60?
If it comes off, it'll go through the roof.
Todd at Glencoe has pointed out Texas is almost 3 times the size of the UK.
So it is.
There are national parks in the US that are the size of the UK.
And your point is?
Reagan the wood dude is in. Good afternoon, woodturners, he says. I don't know who you're talking to.
There's an old saying, Todd, it's not the quantity, it's the quality.
Yeah. Where's that to? Where's Fod? Where do you say?
Texas.
Texas.
Doug Miller is in. Good afternoon, Doug.
Hi, Doug.
Hello, Doug.
Hello, Doug. Welcome aboard, mate. You missed all the fun. Well, there hasn't been much fun, really. It's for me.
It's been a lot of fun. We've enjoyed it.
Fun is a pretty emotive word, actually, I think, to describe today's demo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nail biting.
Oh, well, that's just...
Tense.
Tent, yeah,
maybe a few.
tents.
So we're camping now. Tents.
Yeah, it's a Sherpa country. That was lost on everybody, wasn't it?
Oh, no, I got it. Sherpa tensing. Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done, Mike. Yeah.
Well, no, well done, Brian. Well done, Brian.
Ben Jamming says people for Texas are also 3 times the size of the UK. Mr. Jamming, that's shocking.
Look at that. Hey, it hasn't come off.
Needs to be a bit thinner at the tailstock end.
Is what, sorry?
It needs to be a little thinner at the tailstock
It
end.
will be in a minute. I'm just going to do this.
Oh,
you know, you can only do so much at a time.
I'm jumping the gun there, sorry.
Yeah.
Roy the boy is in. Good afternoon, Roy.
Hiya, Roy.
Hi, Roy.
Afternoon. Just want to settle a little bit. Settle down a bit, Brian. Don't get so...
Yeah.
Get excited. Get ahead of myself.
It's very excitable. It's like a little
carried
child.
away. Ooh. Childlike almost.
That's what Mew says to me sometimes when I dribble my soup. Do you know what? I'm going to get you one of them plastic pelican bibs. It's like living with a child.
Living with a child.
I'm glad it's not just me then.
No, I tell you, it's terrible.
Oh, excuse me.
See?
Oh, not more Yorkshire grit. Oh, gee.
Was that you coughing, Brian?
Yeah, it was me. Sorry, guys.
Oh, I'm glad I vape. I never cough that bad.
Brian's coughing without doing anything, isn't he?
Yeah, I love it when people say, I've never smoked in my life.
Oh, no. Oh, I did. A lot. Until the year 2000, then I quit.
Mm. I'm really liking that.
Clint from Wood Dancer says, nice dibber, Roy.
That's dibber. This is for delicate planting.
It was the Roy's dibber.
Roy's dibber, yeah.
Yeah, it was nice. Mark Pritchard says, am I reading the same chat there? Mark Pritchard said, Shropshire born and bred, strong in the arm and thick in the head.
Thick in the head. Right, let's have a look at that. I have to put a drill.
Dave Oatley said he was 18 years old.
Size drill will I need.
He gave up smoking.
That is going to be about.
Sorry. So I'll read that again. It was
18 years ago today.
18 years ago.
What was?
Today he stopped smoking.
All right.
Very good.
Spin, baby, spin.
Don't fall off.
Did we say hello to Clint the Wood Dancers, did we? I don't remember
Don't
saying
think
hello
so.
to Clint. Hello,
Hi,
Clint.
Clint. Good afternoon.
Welcome along, buddy.
I can't remember if we did or not.
The Wood Dude has just said, when a Texan says to drive from one side of the state to the other, it takes 3 days. Your answer is yes. I had a crap car like that once. Oh,
amazing. Right, now we've got to get that down to drill size, which is going to be 3 mil. It's got a bit of fit in it.
What is it currently?
Todd says we've got some ranches bigger than Wales.
Ranches.
Yeah.
This is true, of course.
Currently it's 5.5 mil.
Oh, it's all right. 33 is not that bad then.
No, I just take it only just so it fit into the where I'm going to put it, glue it.
Doug Miller says he's glad he quit smoking. He bought a motorcycle with the money he was saving.
Yeah.
I had a couple of Canadian holidays with the money I saved for the whole family.
Did you?
My cigarettes must have been more expensive. I got 3 motorcycles.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just greedy now, Pete.
Actually, there's only two of mine. One's my
Yeah.
wife's.
One's
Something
Lisa's,
wrong.
yeah.
The money I saved, I bought a scoot chisel.
Yeah, that's about right, Mike.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Brent. They won't be nearly as picturesque. The difference between Wales and Texas.
There
No,
won't be as much
I'm
rain
sure
in
there's some
Texas,
lovely
will there?
scenery in. There's bound to be some lovely scenery in Texas too, though.
oh yeah, yeah.
Having never been, I can't comment.
No. Well, I've seen some nice scenes of Texas.
Yeah.
I have been to Texas, but like a lot of places in the world I've been to, I got to the airport, got a taxi to the office, did a couple of days' work, and flew back again. Didn't see anything.
I've never been to the States. It's on my bucket list. Mind you, the bucket's got a lot of holes in it now when you get to my age.
Yeah. Your bucket list should be kind of nearly empty by now.
I've actually had a couple of invites, to stay.
Yeah.
Stay with people for a couple of weeks, but
they didn't realise you didn't like them, so.
No, exactly. No. I didn't know what to tell them. Actually, I said that to Carl. I said if Robin was on her own, I'd come over, but I'm not coming over with you there.
So Lewis has said that there was a saying in the province of Saskatchewan, because it's so very long and very flat. He says the dog ran away, but it took 3 days. Before it disappeared over the horizon. Very good.
I like that. That's good. I like that. Very good. Took him 3 days to run away.
Dave Orley says that even after 18 years, he still wants to smoke from time to time.
Yeah.
I have to say that I have never, since I stopped smoking, I've never had the thought of having another one.
Well, even though I vape, I every now and again I get a feel for it, and I like that. One of my mates, and I have one drag, and it is disgusting.
Yeah, it is, absolutely.
And I just throw it away, and that's it. Yeah. I haven't done that for a couple of 3 years now.
Trevor P says cigarettes went up to 55p a packet in the budget when I gave up.
Yeah,
about 14 quid a packet now.
You're going to say.
Holding my breath there, Terry.
Aye?
I was holding my breath there.
Yeah, so was I.
Yeah, you did a damn good job there, mate.
I wanted to get really nice and tight in it so I could get it off.
Don't break it now.
Yeah, so what I'll do is break that, because that's going to go in the... That's it. That's going to go in the end. In the end.
And Mark Pritchard says, what I smoke is green. It's a bit dodgy.
Sweet smelling.
Yeah. You're one of those, is he?
Yeah. Gerard said his last cigarette was on 17th December 2017 at 2 a.m. when he went to the hospital with a mild stroke. And he hasn't touched a cigarette since.
Excellent.
Good man, Gerard.
Well, not excellent that you had a stroke.
But... A stroke, yeah.
Excellent. Excellent that you gave him cigarettes.
I remember I was on the beach with my mate once, and he had a stroke. I couldn't reach. She walked by.
Yeah, that's the usual Hobbit dilemma, isn't it, Terry?
Lovely, jubbly.
Couldn't quite reach.
Right, hang on. Let's get this.
Brian Watkins says he bought an electric guitar and he still can't play it.
No.
I have a guitar sitting in the corner here. I can play about 4 chords. It takes me half an hour to change between them.
Yeah, I got 2 guitars and I could play the guitar until everybody else told me I couldn't. So I stopped playing.
Yeah, I thought I could play.
Drill. There we are.
I could play Streets of London, but it sounds a bit like Nessun Dorma.
Just because that's...
We also have a guitar in the corner of the living room that neither of us can play.
No, you want to put some strings on it, Pete? It does help.
Well, my brother-in-law is actually a professional musician. He makes his living as a musician.
Yeah.
And he was visiting, and he said this guitar's in a terrible state, and he tuned it up, restrung it, got everything perfect. Gave us an afternoon of lessons. Went back to Ibiza and we put it back in the corner.
Yeah. I knew you'd go to that. So Royce the boy is asking Mike a question. He says, "Is the New York show being cancelled?"
Yes.
Apparently, according to
apparently
the
it is,
Yes, it has.
chat yesterday, it's definitely cancelled. Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
heard
checked the
last.
website last night. It's checked due to COVID.
Jeez.
Don't know exact details, but that's just the headline they're putting out.
Agreed.
Louis
And I
Lonnie
say,
Crafton says, "Are you going to sand a flat to drill it first?"
Well, I was just going to drill it.
Yeah, he's going to drill it. You got a broad point drill bit? Yeah.
No, I have, but I can't be bothered getting it.
Oh, Terry, come on.
well, when he goes through his thumb or his knuckle,
Skates off it, takes his finger, skin off his finger. It'd be his own fault.
Have a little faith, Brian.
Hobbits can drill holes. It's not a problem.
oh, I tell you what, it's the best
It's
snuffer
supposed to
I've
be drilled
seen.
at an angle.
That's the best snuff. Yeah, drill an angle on purpose.
It's not much of an angle.
Don't need
No,
it.
it's subtle angle, mate. It's a bit
Subtle
like
angle.
your rolled edges, Brian. Subtle.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
no,
subtle, mate.
I don't do anything subtle.
Subtle as a
Well,
brick.
we know that with you,
But
Brian.
it's subtle as a brick through your window.
Yeah, that's the one.
Royce the boy is asking a question. He says, "What's he making?"
Ah,
A snuffer.
actually,
It's a candle snuffer out of
it's a gnome with a long point.
nose.
Long
Long
nose.
Long nose.
It's a caricature of me, actually.
It's a Pinocchio-esque.
Pinocchio-esque snuffer.
Mike, well,
Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah.
what's that, Mike?
I get
A bit
that.
much on there. Put a
I
bit
like
much
that.
in there. Swipe a bit of that off. Hang on.
We think
Benjamin
afterwards,
says,
but
"Terry,
not all.
Yeah,
how
that's good.
about next week turning an awl?
An
A
owl?
what?
One of the most useful tools in the shop."
What,
An
owl?
awl.
Oh, an
An
owl,
owl.
not an owl. So it's an owl.
Yeah,
you
I've actually trained a couple of those that I use all the time.
You need to speed your ears up a bit, Mr. Walt.
Put that away a minute. Hang on, I'll be back in a second.
Royce the boy said, "What's a snuffer?"
What's the
So
snuff?
put
What's
the
a
candle out.
It's
Put
to
the
put a
candle
candle
out.
out, buddy.
I'm going in. You light me candle with here, but what have I got here?
And you wouldn't have
That'll work.
noticed in the beginning, Terry didn't
No.
actually put a finish on the inside, just,
Yeah,
just,
indeed, Eric. Yeah.
just a quarter of an inch.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
going to
gonna
show you
suggest-
that now.
I was going to suggest you actually coat it with petrol or something. That's always a good idea.
No, I've got another idea. See what we do with that.
So Eric has said, "Brian, this is close to the coffee scoop I was talking about." Yep, there is indeed.
We get a pair of scissors somewhere. I'll probably do this later. But there we are.
Got a gold leaf it now. No, silver leaf it.
It's just for those who think putting a piece of wood over a flame is a bad idea.
Which is stupid, really, because it doesn't really matter.
If you do it quick enough, it's not a problem. But
It's not, no.
Exactly. If you set fire to a snuffer, putting it over a candle, you're,
You're too
either,
late.
you're either too damn slow,
You're very methodical.
or you're too young to be putting a candle out in the first
Yeah.
place.
You shouldn't be allowed out on your own.
However,
now we got
I think this is the way I do it. I can't remember now.
origami with Terry.
He's trying to remember how to turn cut a circle.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's not it.
That's not
That's
it.
not it.
But
You've just cut a hole in the top of it.
yeah, no. It's the other way.
Yeah,
Sorry.
fold it in quarters, Terry, and then cut the bottom corner of, not the tip.
And it's my second go.
Try it again. That was funny, Terry.
Lucky this isn't 24 Garrett gold leaf here.
Oh, I love that. Right,
You
now-
use that for filtering coffee, don't you? When you cut
Yeah.
a hole in the bottom.
now fold it in four. Yeah, quarter it.
That's it.
One.
Can remember
Keep
which
going.
bit's where.
That's it. Right, put your tongue where the pointy bit is.
I know. Hang on.
There.
There
That's
we are.
it. Flatten it.
There we are.
And now cut. That's
Right
it. Now you've got it.
Mike, there's a question for you from Todd.
Yes, Todd.
What colour should a proper snuffer be?
Colour.
Oh, natural.
Snuffer colour.
Gold.
Or black.
It's probably candle colour.
It's a
Yeah.
funnel snuffer. Rick says it's a funnel snuffer.
Oh, well done, Terry. Whee!
Yay, Terry, turn a circle.
That's too big.
You put a slat in it, that's it. Halfway down, that's it.
Circle.
And now you can make a cone.
Whee! Well done, mate.
Roll it into a cone.
Yeah. Big fat fingers.
You just stick it on there with some nicely highly flammable glue.
Martin Gentleman Woodturning says, I must be able to rip the Mickey out of you guys.
You missed it, Mark.
Self-inflicted. Self-inflicted, Beckett.
That's how it will be glued in eventually.
Eventually.
Well, actually, it won't, because I won't make a mistake of snuffing the candle out. That's easy. There we are, team.
Excellent.
One
Good
snandle
demo.
candle snuffer.
Stunning.
Oh, well, I won't go that far, right?
Stunning.
Change your spectacles so I can see the screen.
Get your eyes done, mate. Just have one pair of reading glasses on.
There you are.
Dave Oatley says, come back now, Mark. You're being missed. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that.
Right. There we are.
Excellent.
It is.
Wasted an hour, didn't it?
Hour and a quarter. That's a bit long for you, Terry.
Wasted an hour and a quarter. What was that Steve Jones wanted to do?
Yeah, that's right.
A
Male
bead
female.
and a cove that fit into each other by eye.
Right.
So you turn the bead and then a cove that will sit directly over the top of it and mate together.
Okay.
So what you got to do? Cut the cove off at the end.
Just move this.
Well, it's going to be two pieces, isn't it? So you got one piece with a bead on it, the other piece with a cove.
One piece of the cove.
Right.
You can do it in one piece, I suppose. Do the bead and then do
just
the
cut
cove.
it. Part it
Sit
off.
between the two. And then
Is that what you got to do?
That's what it is, I think.
Yeah. I think
That's with the skew.
I don't know. Anything.
It's a very interesting companion piece for a candlestick, says Brent Breecroft. It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that had to be done with the skew. I got it wrong there.
I don't know. I didn't see the
Steve Jones challenge.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I didn't see it though. I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
I haven't seen it, but being Steve Jones, I would suspect the skew would be implied.
Yes, I would think so.
Mark will tell us because he put the thing in the chat. It's a Facebook post, I think.
Right.
It's in the chat somewhere, way up at the top somewhere.
Might be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Mark has it, you can stick it in again. And Trevor P, the hobby turner, says, it looks very much like a hobbit pipe.
Right, skew and a spindle gauge.
This is true.
Skew and a spindle
Skew
gauge.
and a spindle gauge.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Is Terry going to try?
Skew and a spindle gauge. Can't find my skew. Can't do it.
There's the link in again, guys, if you want to go over there. That's
Flat surface
first. It has
first.
to be done on one spindle piece and that you half at the end, not two separate bits. Okay, Ben? That's how I read it.
So I got to do
a bead and a cove, and then cut a line down between the bead and the cove and match the two together.
Right.
Cut a line. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, just cut it on the bandsaw or something. But they have to be able to mate together.
So you got to cut them in half then.
Oh yeah.
So do a bead, and you could leave a little space if you want, and then do a cove, but they have to match. Does that make sense, Terry?
Yep. I think so.
So Terry Cove says, a bead at one end, cove at the other, cut it in half, stick them two together. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you don't have to waste a whole piece of timber.
I'll just use my beading tool.
That would be cheating, Michael.
No, I wouldn't cheat.
You're just cutting up with the very heel of that, Terry, are you?
I am, because it's quite a bit to take off. so it's sliced through it. You know what I mean?
Lewis the Closet Carson says, bonus content. Yay!
This is only for the founder members, though, Lewis. So you have to turn away, Brian. Actually, no,
watching.
I have to. No,
I'm not watching.
I'll have to turn away.
I'll have to turn away, won't he?
Yeah, because I'm not a founder member.
No such thing.
No, I don't believe in it.
We're not elitist in this club at all.
No.
No, we're not elitist.
Obviously.
You're welcome. You're welcome to be here, buddy.
We'll accept anybody. We'll accept anybody as full members, you know. Especially Mike, you know.
Yeah, we obviously accept anybody we let Mike in.
Exactly.
And now I've got to turn a cove, yeah?
Oh, right, okay. I have to see a picture somewhere. Oh, there's a picture somewhere. I'll go and look at it now.
By eye.
There it is.
Yeah, by eye.
Oh, I see it.
You've got to turn a cove to match.
Yep. So the bead needs to mate with the cove. I just looked at the picture Marcus sent me on Messenger, and there's not even a gap. You could put a hair in there.
There's not a what?
And Steve Jones' one, when he mates the two together, it's perfect.
Yeah, did he make it the spindle gauge, or did he make it with
a spindle gauge and a skew? So you use the spindle gauge for the coal.
Okay.
No mention of a parting tool then.
No, I'm just clearing the middle out. I didn't want to.
That's not the point, Terry. Sorry, it's not the point.
Oh. But you can use the parting tool to part the two bits off, because you're going to have to take them apart to mate them together.
Yeah.
Maybe I was just joking, Brian, eh?
Oh, was that sarcasm again? Is that what that was? Sarcasm?
Just slightly.
The lowest form of wit, highest form of intelligence, apparently. This would be a perfect excuse to get an SK114 to practice this exercise, Brian. Well said, Ben.
Nice one, Ben.
Michelle's listening. Hope Michelle's listening.
Only $12.99.
Spirit Wind, Heather has said, what are you making now?
I'm doing a test, apparently, Heather.
It's a little challenge set up by Steve Jones, the production turner, of making a bead and a cove that mate together.
Aye.
Heather.
Apparently.
By eye. Without having to measure it, just by eye.
It's funny, when I do a cove, I always have a problem with the right to left.
Yep.
The left to right is fine.
Well, that won't be a problem so long as you have exactly the same problem on a bead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just about to say I have the same problem, but on a bead.
Yeah.
I think everybody has that problem until you.
Yeah, it's practice again, isn't it?
MG's in. Good afternoon, MG.
Hello, MG.
Good afternoon.
Oh, the challenge was set by Steve Jones's grandfather.
All right, okay.
Right. So it's a thing Steve has grown up with, I take it.
How long ago was that?
Oh, yeah, it wasn't yesterday.
He's knocking on a bit,
No.
Steve, isn't he? So, you know.
Oh,
careful. Steve's not. Did you say Steve's knocking on a bit?
Yeah. Nice.
Steve's only about
75.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. He's been turning since he was 11, I think. He's been turned 35. He's about late 40s, I would think. 50.
Right.
Thank you, Ben. Ben's going back to work to pay our pensions.
See you, Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Take care.
You keep working, buddy.
Yeah.
Keep us in the style that we're accustomed.
Right, let's have a look at that then.
Work harder. I want to buy a new skew chisel.
What do you think, Terry? Is it close?
Not far off. Well, by my eye, but then my eyes are not brilliant.
Oh, there is it here. There's the excuses going in. Do you hear that?
No, as in, you know, my eyes are not brilliant. That's the trouble. What do we do now? Okay, yeah, got to part it off.
Part off in between the two and see if one fits the other.
Let's get a bit of.
Lewis had suggested the challenge was to get the kid out of his hair and occupy his time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have
Go and
done
see
that
if you
one
can
many
do
a time
this.
when I was raising my children.
Yep. Oh, Heather has said, I have a short announcement. Video coming out today. Stay tuned.
Oh.
Give us a clue what time, Heather. Steve Jones is 57, apparently, according to Mark.
Really?
Yeah,
Mark knows everything. He's such a clever fellow, Mark. You know, you can ask him anything, and he knows the answer.
Well, between his brain and Mr. Google.
Shall I take it with a bandsaw or just saw it off here? I better saw it off here. You don't believe me.
Saw off here. We need to see you saw it because you'll cheat. You made one earlier.
This one. Wait, I don't even know about it. It's the first time I've heard of it.
Well, you didn't really have to saw that one off.
No, win might or so.
10 and so.
I mean 10 or so.
Okay.
Right, okay.
Right, here we go. See how close this is.
Probably not very good, but there we are.
Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Not wide enough. Just not wide enough on this bit.
That's not too shabby, but
that's not too bad.
That's bloody great.
First,
I know what I do when I sign off today.
You'll be practicing.
I will. Yeah.
I've never even heard of it, so at least it's a good. Good go. So yeah.
Well done.
Excellent.
Well done, Terry.
That's a good little test, actually, as well.
Never heard of it before. Yeah.
No, not me. That's a damn good practice test, that is.
So Heather says her video is on at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or 7 p.m. I take it as, in the Netherlands.
I know why I failed.
Which is
UK time.
6 o'clock here, yeah.
I was actually wearing my bifocals, no wonder it was a bit out of focus.
Any excuse.
Yeah, slightly wider, and it'd be perfect. Never mind.
Well,
Let's have a go.
For a first goal, that was excellent. Yeah, well done, mate. Rise into the challenge.
Well, yeah. Didn't even know we could, you know, so it would have been nice to have seen it a week ago in practice for a couple of days. Do 500 of them, then have a go. But you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to just do it first off.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing for sure. I won't be doing it this evening.
Oh, well, I'd like to have a go. Doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, I know.
I know. Right, everybody. Let's wasted a bit more time. 2:30.
Half past 2, Terry.
So I'm going to say cheerio to all of you.
Before
we
you
start
do,
at 40. Go on ahead.
a quick drinking. That's MG's Facebook page. Sorry, YouTube page. I can't find Spirits. Can't find Heather's.
Can't find Heather's, right?
Okay.
Quickly, I found that one, so that's in there. 6 o'clock GMT tonight.
Right, got it.
Wait a minute, and I'll try and find Heather's. Hold on. What's that coming up? It's just taking a while to buffer here.
Should be able to find it. I think I'm subscribed to Heather.
I've just clicked on her, and it says go to channel, but it's kind of not finding it.
Yeah,
we've got to wait a week. We've got to wait a week for you, Brian, because your internet's so slow.
That's exactly what it is.
Terry,
is your video up, Heather?
Right.
Doesn't really matter. There's.
What's that? Sorry, yeah.
Where did you buy your large skew?
I bought it for Axminster.
Axminster Tools.
Colwyn Way signature skew, 32mm.
There you go. That's Heather's channel there, guys.
It's the same company that sells the SK114, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, SK114 and SK80, SK100. Something like that. So Brian wouldn't know that because he hasn't got any. There we are.
No.
Right.
No.
So there's your entertainment for today, people.
Excellent.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Great demo.
Nice to have you all along, and I may see you again next week. May not. Can't find the mouse now. Where's the mouse button gone? There's the mouse. Don't know where the button is. Oh, there it is. Found it.
There's my link for tonight.
Have you got Heather's in?
Yep.
Done. Right. Okay.
In.
I'll click on those after I've ended said broadcast. Okay. So thank you very much, everybody, and thank you, Michael. Brian.
Are you going to bring his own screen, or just go leave us in the dark?
I thought you were on screen because I can see you seeing us bad enough. Oh, there they are. Look.
Oh.
Yeah.
The three.
Cheers, everyone.
The Three Stooges.
Cheers,
see,
everybody.
hear, and see,
That's
hear,
not what you called us earlier.
see, hear, and speak all evil. Right, I'm going. And broadcast once, and ta-ra for now.
Goodbye, everyone.